right, this is part 2 of making the grade. As you guys can see back here, Chicago's back there. Looks pretty good. There's just I got to go back and I think try to get in there and glue one of the buildings. I really like to cut off a blue part, but I don't know if I can do that. I'll explain in the video. I think I'll show you guys. I wish I would have just cut that off. The antennas wouldn't have been seen, but oh well. Got the foam pieces in. It's coming along nicely, going slow. Really just a little bit at a time, and eventually I'm going to get this done. Everything for me is going okay. Still doing dialysis at home. As far as On Track Tuesday, I have to see about that. I'm not sure how that's going to go doing this now at home. We're just going to have to see how my schedule plays out next couple weeks. But I'll keep you guys informed. I'll let Wilmer and them guys know. But so other than that, everything's going good. That's all I got. I'm really looking forward to running those new SD40s on here, but got to do this first, especially for operations. This grade looks really good. It's going to be nice, gentle grade. Not going to have any operational issues with this whatsoever that I can see right now. I have not tested a train yet before I put this down, which I will do. But this looks very nice. This grade is much better. So I think we're going to have some good operations, run some trains when it's in, get some great looking scenery in here as well. So remember guys, hit like, subscribe. I hope you like the videos and enjoy. Thank you. Okay guys, welcome back to part 2 of making the grade. I have cleaned all this up. Back there, cleaned it up. Got the original track in. Got that riser about where it's going to go. I'm going to replace that track there with some newer pieces. I got to match it up. Same here. Right now it's bowing because it's not glued down to that riser. It's nothing under it. Unitrack cleans up good. So some of these other pieces that were newer, I'm just going to clean them up. And of course, what was in the tunnel is pretty much clean. As you can see, it comes down this way. This is pretty much the same track plan. The only gap there is for a bridge. I'm going to have to figure something out because I'm going to put in a little bit bigger bridge, I think. So I'm going to have to cut some a little bit, but we can do that. Cleaned up back here. Still got to clean up some little morsels, pieces, I guess. Waiting on a backdrop to put back here. Got to cut the piece for back there. So that's all coming up here, but that's what I've got so far. So that's what I'm going to do for tonight anyway. But yeah, this is all nice and clean under there. As you can see, scraped up, cleaned up, vacuumed up. Just some little pieces here and there to get out, but no big deal. Looking forward to when this is down, I can really do some scenery. I'm getting some great ideas, watching a few other videos. So stay tuned, and we're on to the next part. Still working on the grade. I've replaced some of the track. I'm going to put in some new track here, or cleaner track I haven't used. Still going to clean up some of the old track. I've got it sitting aside here. Kato track cleans up great. A little isopropyl, some dish soap, hot water. It's good as new, which is a great thing about Kato. So a few of these pieces I'm going to clean. A couple of them I replaced just because of where they were. I didn't want any issues with anything, so I felt better just going ahead with new pieces. Pardon that. Got the bridge there. That's not where it's going to go. I have to figure out where the river is going to go yet. And it starts, I'll explain in a minute. Broke another piece of a building, not happy about. There's a new track going in. It's got the feeders right where it needs to be. All that's new. That is drying. That is in place, which is a big deal because technically, I can't believe my grade. That looks about the same as my grade before, but man, my grade before was higher. And everything handled it good, so I can't imagine how stuff's going to go then. But as you can see, I have the skyline back there. Now, the one building with a little bit of blue above it had antennas. I'm thinking about trying to get in there and cut that off and just take it off to look better. I really like the way this photo backdrop looks. It's not the complete one. It was like 7 feet, so I took out what I wanted to use, kept some of the important buildings. I still have some, so I can cut some of those buildings out and use them in places if I want to. If I ever add on, I could do that. Just a few things I could do with them. Back there, I'm going to measure. That's why this is important that riser's in. I'm going to push this piece up against it, measure out my piece, cut it, put it in there. And then I'm probably going to have another little piece on top. Take my foam cutter, bring it down like a hill. On top of that hill is going to be a nuclear reactor. There's going to be lots of trees hiding that. Back here, there'll be some trees hiding that. This, going forward, is going to be covered by a backdrop of forest. I'm going to cut it out and just paste it on there. I also got one of the photo backdrops where the river keeps going for this. This I will have to fix. It's too high up. Not too big of a deal. It's going to take some work. I've got the paint. I also still have to do the backdrop there. I am going to have a gap right there. Regardless, I'm going to have maybe a gap. I could cut a piece to put in there. We'll see. We'll see how I fix it. See what I do. Actually, it might not be too bad with this photo backdrop, because I may be able to, at least in that bottom spot, kind of curve that around, hide a gap. So that's what I got coming next. I'm going to wash the track, and it's probably where I will leave off. Got to get a piece in there and get that measured and cut. Then once I get it in, this will go bump up a little bit, figure out the track, make sure it's all good. I've got to figure out a little gap because this bridge is a little bit longer than my other bridge, so I got to piece some pieces together, figure out how we're going to do that. But I think I've got what I need to do that. I'm going to have to check. If not, I know where I can get some pieces if I need them. So that's where I'm at. So stay tuned. We'll come back and see the progress. Boy, I really love that backdrop, though. I got to fix that one little spot. But, yeah, I love it. Looks so good. That is just going to be a great piece of this new redo back here, along with what I had up front. I think it's going to look really, 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 really good. Well, I'm back. Got all this cut. Not necessarily in. Got it cut. Bridge is in where it's going to go. I'm going to make a few adjustments there in that corner, but foam is where it is. Cut that a little too short than I wanted to. So you can't see the gap back there between the backdrop and that piece of foam, but I got this other piece of foam to put a hill on anyway, so you're never going to know that's there. But it's in there. Got this piece back up against there. There will be another piece, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I may put my reactor stacks kind of in the middle there, put some trees around them, and maybe build a hill back behind it a little bit. Could do that. That'd probably be a better idea, easier. Got to learn how to use that foam cutter. That's what I was going to use. I had to use a knife. I don't know why it's not working. I'm doing something wrong, obviously. So I'll watch a video or two on that thing, because I definitely need it to contour all this foam and cut out my river, which is next. Fun. Eventually next year. So next is to get something back there, get some stuff in. Track won't go down quite yet. This foam has to go in. Once I get that other piece back there and this foam is glued down, I will put my track in. That I'm not too worried about. It's going to stay where it is. Looks good. Got some new pieces, cleaned up some pieces. It looks really good. We're going to clean up that backdrop though, so I might do that before I put my track down so I can vacuum up all that crap that's going to come off of there when I sand that green off. I have to fix this up here. I've got the blue paint to do that, so not too worried about it. So that's where I am today. I'm going to end that for part 2, guys. Stay tuned for part 3. I hope you like it. Thanks.